Hi guys, this is Phoebe Bafigala. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're gonna look at this dress. It's a very nice one, simple. You can use a lining or you can leave it like that, just without a lining. So let's start with our material. Our main material, I used the black. This is black linen. So the front length, I went with 18 length. That is from the shoulder up to the waistline. Then from the waistline, you can go with 16. So let's start with our neck as usual. The neck, I went with 3, that is 3. Then after you mark the shoulder slantings as 8.5, the arm circumference, that is 10, 10, then minus 10 to a person who has like the arms width 14 and above, 14 to 16. You can use 10. So then you remove 1 inch for the shoulder for the slanting. Then the neck, then you can as well slope 3 or 4. It depends where you want your opening, the neck opening, where you want it to be. You can slope that is the bust. The bust, my bust is 11 on fold, that is 11 times 4. So 11. Then where you're going to find your waistline, my waistline, according to my height, my waistline, I always find it at 7. Then my hips, I always find my hips on 8 inches. You mark your 8 inches. So you remove 1 inch coming into the waistline to get that beautiful curve for the waist. Then after you curve it coming to the hip line where the hips are. So from down, you get a tape measure and measure like 6 inches or above. So I went with 8 inches. Then you curve it to the extreme end in the middle of the dress, like this. Then after you can cut. So the next thing you do is to get the back part. The back part you leave, if you're going to put a zipper, you can leave a zipper allowance. Like it depends on the material you have. Me, I just had a small material, so I left only 1 inch. That is enough for me for the zipper allowance. Then you just trace the rest. Then after that, you're going to get the facing for both front and the back part. You just trace it out. And what you always do, if you're getting the facing, get the back part alone and the front part alone. So now let's go to the arm circumference. The arm, we are going to cut the arm. The hand, so you slope 6 inches. Then you enter 3 inches. You draw a straight line going up, like in a straight format. Then you curve it like the way you curved on the arm, coming to the extreme corner. After folding it, these are 2 hands. Then you measure down. Let me say if your hand is 14 inches, down you can measure like 14. 7. That is 7 times 2, that is 14. You add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Okay, the the very bottom part, I went with 11 inches. But this requires, it depends if you want many ruffles, the many ruffles you want, the longer the bottom is going to be that you're going to cut. Okay, start sewing. Let's start with our shoulder slantings. As usual, 1 on 8. That is 1. Then neckline is 8 inches, 1 inch and 8.8. Not, it doesn't come to add up to an inch. It's just a point. So what you've done on the original material, or the back part, you have to cut it to get the where you're going to put the zipper. So what you've done on the original material is what you do on the facing. You have to make sure that they are equal. Everything you do, it has to be equal. So after that, you get your facing plus the original material, then you stitch the neck. Remember, our neck has a curve inside, an oval. Always don't forget to cut out those notches. Let's iron. So after ironing, it looks like this. So we're going to put the hands. Mark the hand from the middle, since you're not going to put any ruffles in it or pleats. So you start from the middle. You stitch both hands. So our hand looks like this. Then we have to put that Ankara African print or any design you want as a pedal. So my pedal, I used I used 2.5 inches because I wanted to stop on 2 inches. So I had to stitch out the 0.5 to remain with 2 inches. So now you stitch coming down. And then another thing, this dress requires darts. Such a dress, it requires darts, but these darts are only behind. You put them behind. You can measure like from the arm. This is the armpit. From the armpit, that is the armpit. From the armpit, you make it straight. Then you go above the armpits, like 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inches. So I just went with 1 inch. Then coming to the waistline, you curve coming to the waistline. Then up to the hip line, the hips where the hips sit. That's the waistline. Then coming down to the hips. That's the shape of my dart on both sides on the back. Then after, you stitch closing up the arms, coming down to the hips, up to down. Okay, now we put the ruffles down, the ruffles or the plates, anything you call it. You put the plates down on the bottom part. These plates, it depends. If you want many ruffles, you have to make them like tight. You make them together. When you're stitching, you stitch them together. If you want spaced one, the reason why I had to go with spaced one, it can work as an office wear, casual wear, but if you put lots of ruffles, definitely it will become a party wear. So that's why I had to go with simple plates. So that's my zipper. I used a blind zipper. If you want, you put a zipper, or you can make it more free so that you eliminate the zipper. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following. This is our dress. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I serve a living God, oh, even the devil knows, say not true, oh. I serve a living God, oh, everybody knows, say now you there.